Hey, I'm doing a seasonal riff on my ultimate coffee cake. This is my Cranberry Orange Coffee Cake. It's also loaded with pecans and it's got an orange glaze on it. It is killer fantastic. In fact, truth be told, we couldn't wait and we already had a piece. It was delicious, and guess what? I'm going to make it for you right now. Hey, welcome to Secret Kitchens of New Jersey, and today we're going to do a riff on my ultimate coffee cake, and I'll link to that below in the description. But we're going to take my ultimate coffee cake, which is kind of like a blank slate of great coffee cake, and we're going to change it up a little bit with some seasonal ingredients. We're going to turn it into a cranberry pecan almond coffee cake. It's going to be really heavenly. So I'm going to be using fresh cranberries, and just so you know what I'm using, this time of year you can buy fresh cranberries. This is a 12-ounce package, Jersey Fresh, just like Secret Kitchens. And what I do is I buy these now while they're plentiful, and I just take the bag and I keep them in I put it in a Ziploc, I keep it in my freezer, and when I want to use fresh cranberries for anything, boom, I take it out. So here they are. Honestly, you don't even have to thaw them. I'm leaving them whole. I'm not even chunking them up. So that's 12 ounces of cranberry. All right, so like I said, all the directions and whatnot are below. We're going to start with creaming our butter and our sugar. And I've got a cup of sugar, and I'm using half a cup of white, half a cup of brown, my softened butter. Let's give this a little zhuzh. I'm going to add 3 eggs. All right, now to this, I'm going to add a really good splash of vanilla. I don't know what that is in measurements, a splash. Please use real vanilla, not that imitation stuff. I'm also going to add a cup of, you can use sour cream, buttermilk, or plain Greek yogurt. I'm using plain Greek yogurt because that's what I happen to have today, but any of those options will work. The yogurt just gives a wonderful tenderness to the cake. All right, let's get this mixed in. Oh, one more thing we're going to add. We're going to, this is like, I'll say, a medium-sized orange. Let me get this out of my way. I'm going to zest this entire orange. I'm going to zest it right in here so I get everything in the bowl. We don't have to worry about measuring it. I'm just doing the entire orange. All right, I've got this whole orange zested in the bowl. Make sure you get everything. All right, let's give this a final mix on the wet ingredients. And there we have it. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, this already smells great. The orange in there is wonderful. All right, let me get this over here. Don't skip the orange and don't skimp on it, okay? All right, so that's our wet ingredients. And that'll come into play a little bit later. All right, here's my dry ingredients. And I've got, what do I have? 2½ cups of flour. I've got some baking powder and baking soda. In we go. Come on, get that in there. I'm going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt. And you know what? Because I like the cake to have a little flavor, and if there is a lot going on in this coffee cake, but I'm going to add like a teaspoon, like about a ½ a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a smidge of ginger, because I feel like these flavors are very complementary to the cranberry. Now, you know, I need a whisk or something for stirring, but you know what? I'll just use this. Okay. So cranberries obviously are very tart, and this recipe only has a cup of sugar. So if you feel that that might be too tart for you, feel free to just add maybe another quarter cup of sugar. You can customize this. I like the tartness of the cranberries. All right, I'm putting the dry ingredients right in, and I'm just going to fold this in together. Okay, so this is mixed. I just want to make sure I don't see any of the flour in here. By the way, my oven is preheating to 350, and I have already prepared my, my oven's ready. I've already prepared my springform pan, you know, my little trick of the parchment in there so that, remember, you want to be able to get the cake out. All right, so we're going to come back to that. All right, so this is, and you can see, smells great. You can see the color. It's not, you know, pure white or anything. That's from the cinnamon and whatnot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of these cranberries in. Okay, and I've got probably a good cup and a half of chopped pecans. And I'm going to add most of these in as well. I'll leave some for the top. Okay, and we're just going to mix this through. Don't worry if you break up the cranberries. It's not really going to make any difference. Cranberries, pecans, orange. I feel like cranberries and orange, it's like peanut butter and jelly. It's just a great combo. Okay, this is going to be a nice thick batter, so let's get it in here. You know what I want to do though? Let me just get I want to give the sides a little spritz to make sure nothing sticks. Okay. I don't know, even though it's non-stick, you kind of never know. All right, let's get this in there. Ooh, heavy batter. Get this right in there. All right, and let's just smooth the top out. Okay, so now I'm going to take these pecans that I have left over. Just going to put them on the top, like so. Press them down a bit. And then what I'm going to do, I always like to finish it off with a bit of coarse sugar. And this is my Demerara sugar. I like the look of it. It gives you like a little bit of a crunch. That was probably a good tablespoon. That's all. Maybe like a tablespoon and a half. Okay, this is ready for the oven. I am putting it on a sheet pan because if it leaks, ooh, that won't be much fun. All right, this is going in my 350 oven for like 45 minutes. I'll check it at 40 minutes and see what's going on. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, it's done. And come on, tell me this is not absolutely beautiful. So it was in the oven 45 minutes. I took it out. I let it cool. You gotta let it cool for a little while. Now, you know, a lot of times I would just put some snow on this with powdered sugar, but I'm gonna make a glaze today just because I feel like it. Now, remember that orange from before? I squeezed some of the juice. All right, let me put this over here. Okay, so I've got about, I'm going to say like about a cup of powdered sugar. And I'm going to take about a teaspoon of the orange juice, maybe a little bit more. And let's make a glaze. Just stir this up. Okay, I think we need a little more. Just add a little bit at a time. There you go. You know, when it comes to this, there's no right or wrong. You just do it. Now, the only thing left to do is taste it. So let's cut a little slice Now this is a huge cake, and you can serve this to a lot of people. Oh, look at this. Okay. Wow. So, here, let me turn this around. All of this is just kind of melting down. But you can see the cranberries are in there. And we've got the cranberries, we've got the nuts. Still a little bit warm. Just a hint of the cinnamon. There's definitely some flavor in this cake. As you let it sit, the glaze is going to solidify. This cake is still a little bit warm, but I'm telling you, it's absolutely delicious. I love the tartness of the cranberries. Cranberry Lover's Coffee Cake. Maybe that's what I need to name it. Out of this world. Hey, thanks for watching today. Please like and subscribe. You keep me inspired. Hey, I'll see you next time on Secret Kitchens of New Jersey. Bye, everyone.